So I sing a song unashamedly about nuclear war at the end of the show when everybody's just watched the second half of Dark Side of the Moon and they're all, well, really happy, and quite rightly, because my band is really good, and so everybody's very moved. I take the risk of saying, there's something that is a lot more important than any of this. We are teetering on the edge of annihilation. And they've arrived at a point in the show then where they go, but they also go, let's listen to what he has to say. And some of them even know the song, which is from the Final Cut, which was the last record I made in 1983 with Pink Floyd. And then we do it, and a lot of the audience respond. They want to show me that they understand and that they care, and they stand up, and that when everybody's being blown to bits and it's the end of the world in the song, and it's visual as well. It's beautiful animation that Sean Evans has made, who's my collaborator in all things visual in these shows. And the people sort of get it, but it's pretty somber because there's nothing really rah-rah or rock and roll about nuclear war.
Nothing.
But you can't ignore it. And when I say, if you run into Joe Biden in the street, you might just tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, Joe, shouldn't we get rid of nuclear weapons? Why not spend our time? Let's talk to Putin about that. And also China. They're all the nuclear power. Why don't we all get together and say, listen, these are too dangerous. Can we all agree now? We've had them since 1945 and they've done nobody any good. Can't we just get rid of them so we don't have to worry about them anymore?
The problem is they would worry that someone wouldn't. And that person would have the nuclear advantage.
Well, somebody maybe wouldn't while we've got them. Part of the worry about the big accident is them falling into wrong hands.
Yes.
And that's a perfectly legitimate concern in my view.
It is. Is it possible, do you think, to put that genie back into the bottle, though?
Yeah, of course.
It can be done.
I think so, yeah. All it requires is the will of the people to persuade. But again, it's like you can't do it until you can separate, until you get rid of Citizens United. You can't do it until you take money out of politics.
Right.
You certainly can't do it over here in the United States. Whether they could do it in Russia or, Russia's an autocratic state, so who knows? When people bring up, Russia and or China with me, I say, you're talking to the wrong bloke.